Hey, what's up, everybody? Welcome back to my little corner of the internet, better known as the Thwip Side. As always, I'm AJ, and this is episode 1 of my new series, Let's Talk Comics. It's going to be just a series of episodes where I discuss different things in comics. Today, it happens to be two current runs of comics that I've been reading and enjoying. And I have my assistants to go with me, Moon Knight and Robin, because they are the current runs of Robin. And you guessed it, no surprises here. Spoiler alert, Moon Knight. So I'll go through each one, give a little rundown of my thoughts, share with you what I thought of it. Okay, I think I'm going to start it off talking about Moon Knight first because there's less issues. Not that I'm going to go in depth and cover everything in every issue. There will be some spoilers, most likely, but it's just less issues, so overall less to talk about. And I'm going to say also that although I know who the character Moon Knight is, I've never read a solo series until now of Moon Knight. I know the basic premise of the character. I think it sounds pretty cool. So I couldn't say I'm an ultra mega Moon Knight fan, know everything about the character. Like I said, the premise, but this has me really interested and really liking the character. So just gonna check real. We'll just look at the first issue, and I think this cover is really cool. And the series so far is written by Jed McKay with artist Alessandro Capuccio. If I get any names wrong, I apologize. I butcher names. And the cover artist is Steve McNiven, which I think is a fantastic cover. Just really cool. And the artwork itself, I'm really enjoying throughout. Just a lot of cool scenes with Moon Knight. I mean, just in general. And I heard about this from somewhere else that where is it? I'll get to the beginning. That he wears a suit, and I thought that was absurd until I started reading this. And it works, man, and I think that's actually really cool, and I wouldn't mind a figure of that. I heard that all about the suit before I read the comic, the suit costume, because I heard that he might be wearing that in the upcoming Disney Plus show. So I just talked about the art a little bit, and I really do enjoy the art. It just is really cool to me. The story is really cool too. Gives me like almost sounds funny, like a supernatural Sherlock Holmes type vibe. Moon Knight runs the midnight mission because he protects the people at night for the god Khonshu. If I said that right, I don't know. And in this, he has a assistant. She's a vampire named Reese, who he actually had saved with some other people because there was a. It sounds just funny when you say it out loud if you haven't read it. A vampire pyramid scheme where vampires were turning other vampires to send them out and turn other vampires. And Moon Knight foiled it, and he was going to kill the new vampires, but thought different, changed his mind because they didn't want to be vampires, and he spared them, and Reese came to work with him, and kind of like the person in the chair. But I like her character so far. We don't get tons of her, but what we do get, I just really like that idea, and I think it's cool that he has a vampire working with him. I love the whole idea of the midnight mission. People come, I need help, this and that, a gang, vampires or whatever, and he goes out and kicks some ass. In this, a mystery starts to build, which think is pretty cool, and we also get the debut of the character Hunter's Moon, who is a servant of Khonshu. Am I even saying that right? I gotta go double check, but if not, sorry. He is a servant of Khonshu as well, and he doesn't think Moon Knight is doing his job correctly, basically, because he spared those vampires. So he's there to kind of like re educate him and get him on the proper path. I thought that was really cool. But with all this going on, there's someone else lurking in the shadows, um, out to mess with Moon Knight. And at first, you do think it's Hunter's Moon, but it turns out it's not. But yeah, I really like where the story. It's only 3 issues so far. I like where the story's going. I like the setup. I like the premise, and I'm really enjoying it. And it is turning me into more of a Moon Knight fan. And I hope it continues to stay as good as it has been for me. I'm really enjoying it, and I was excited about the upcoming Disney Plus show. It was, but now, but now I am super excited, and that is just by these 3 issues. That is the show I can't wait to watch and can't wait for it to come out. Here we have the current Robin run by Josh Williamson, who writes it, and Gleb Melnikov. Sorry again, I apologize if I butchered it. And was really excited about this one. I know there's a love-hate relationship with Damian. A lot of the fans hate him, a lot love him. I'm on the love side. I think he's a really good character, and I think he has a lot of potential if handled correctly. And I know there's more to him than just a little know-it-all shit that he is, arrogant, but he has those qualities a lot of people don't like, but I like the character. But and I also liked Josh Williamson's run on The Flash, so I definitely had this in my poll list. And that's what I do too, guys. I have an online poll list because I don't have a super close comic shop. And what I like to do is let a few issues build up, then I read them. Because I'll read one issue, say, and that comes in that month of something, and then I'll be like, I want to read the next part, and I end up rereading it anyway, so I let them build up anyway. Really I am enjoying this comic. I heard a lot of talk before I started to read it that it was basically Robin joins Mortal Kombat, so that was exciting to me. I'm an MK fan, and it basically is, but that is okay. I think it's really cool. He joins a tournament called the League of Lazarus, where the premise is, because you heard the word Lazarus, and people that know Lazarus Pit, Ra's al Ghul, his grandfather, but you can die 3 times. So when Damien finds out that he can kill and doesn't have to hold back, he gets super excited. And the third death, you're dead, and that's it. And the person who runs the tournament, is a mysterious woman named Mother Soul. And I already think I have an idea who she may be. It was building up, like maybe they'll reveal it at the end of issue 6, and I think I have an idea. But it's really cool. We get to see other parts of Damien. We see how he's been handling the death of Alfred. He's actually like having like daydream visions of him. So it's really weighing on him that he saw Alfred die. It's really got to him. And that's really interesting. We also see a smaller, softer side of Damien. You don't really see, not super soft, but a different perspective. He has this like manga that he took with him, and like he seems to really cherish it. I'm not sure if that's from before this run, because I wasn't reading a lot of the stuff right before this run. Dipped out of comics again. I dip in and out of comics. I love comics, but I just dip in and out. I promised myself I won't do that this time. But anyway, I don't know if that has significance from before. I haven't read, even though I have most of the Tinian run, I have to go back and read of Batman. But I don't know if that's any significance to manga. But anyway, I find it highly entertaining. You got this base plot, but then there's underlying things. And speaking of Damien, I know it always seems like he's like built up destined to be the next Batman, of course. But I really think people that are writing him or whatever should put him on a different path. I'd like to see him be a different character, grow up to be a different character in his own right. And I think that'd be really interesting. I hope they handle him like, not that I want to see everybody run around killing each other, but characters like Damien, characters like Red Hood, that's their character. I don't like Red Hood is one of my favorite characters, and I don't like how they're watering him down. He's using the rubber bullets. It's just not the same. And not that I need to read a comic where the guys run around putting holes, filling everybody full of holes, but still, if it's that character, that's what I like to see. And I think if they let Damien loose and get Red Hood back on, his old path and his old characterization more so than holding them back with what they do, I think it'd be a lot better. And even though they are still two of my favorites, it'd be more enjoyable than currently Red Hood is now. But anyway, yeah, so I like to see him grow to be a different character. I do really like that one shot. I forget what Batman issue it was where it was like it was in the regular continuity, but it flashed forward to Damian being Batman. I thought that was really cool. So that's cool too. But I would like to see him be his own character, go his own way, because he is also the grandson of the demon. He's very interesting. Son of the Bat, grandson of the demon. He could go. There's so much potential for this character, and I just hope they handle him properly throughout his span. And I want to see what Joshua Williamson does with him. So yeah, very enjoy this one a lot as well. Artwork for me on this is hit or miss. There's some pages that I really like and are really cool, and then there's some that just look a little off to me. I won't say terrible because I'm not an artist. I can't do any better, but they just look a little off, and it's by the same artist, so it's really strange. I don't know how that happens. Like I said, I'm not an artist, but overall, I do enjoy the artwork. It's, like I said, hit or miss. So I think I've rambled long enough, but I wanted to share with you two current comic runs that I'm really enjoying. And please comment and tell me if you're reading this and what you think, or what you think about the characters in general. Maybe you can give me a little more knowledge on Moon Knight. I know he has a disorder, multiple personality disorder and things, which is interesting to me too. I knew that from the little backstory I knew of him. Like I said, not super hardcore into Moon Knight, but now I'm getting to be. I think I want to track down and read some older issues of Moon Knight stuff. But anyway, I really enjoyed these two comics. Speaking of the figures, I did do reviews on these. You can go back and check them out if you want. Moon Knight, I hope to have him re-released on a new sculpt. I mean, there's no waist articulation, and this is where I was having this bad run of Marvel Legends that the joints and the knees or the elbows were gummy, but I do like the shading they did on him. So if they bring him a better body with the shading, I'd be happy. So I'm hoping with the show we'd get just that, or a Moon Knight in that suit costume. I love that. It's so funny. I thought it would be ridiculous when I first heard of it, and I love it. But anyway, thanks for watching. Like I said, drop me a comment. Let me know anything just to chat about comics. And this is the first episode. I'm hoping to do more. And please consider subscribing. Don't forget to hit that like button and thwip that notification bell. And I'll catch you guys all right back here on the thwip side. Thanks for watching, and later.